and welcome to another video about a show you decided wasn't worth your time. Today we're going to talk about something we didn't know we needed 20 years later. Yes, a legit dramedy and sequel to the Karate Kid movies, Cobra Kai. You do not have to be a fan of the original movies to watch this show. Cobra Kai drops you back into the world juxtaposing the lives of LaRusso and Johnny years later. Daniel became a dealership owner and settled down and had a family, while Johnny became a degenerate dad whose mindset is still stuck in high school.
Babes love when you treat them like crap.
They both live in the same area, so eventually they run into each other again, and of course, it's awkward.
Louis, get over here. I want you to meet somebody.
I gotta go.
No. This is Johnny Lawrence. He and I go way back, right, buddy?
Daniel, seeing his high school bully live like a bum, made him take pity on Johnny. And from there, they keep on one-upping each other to see who can be the bigger man-child. The rivalry between them that builds throughout the show is amazing. You probably met or even know people like this in real life. They have so much in common, but they butt heads all the time and can't get along because they are similar in a lot of ways. LaRusso ends up getting married and having 2 kids, and he teaches his daughter karate at his own private dojo in his house. Johnny's kid, on the other hand, lives a more troubled life with no stable parenting or role models to look up to. The war between them continues to escalate when Johnny helps a kid getting bullied and beats up the teenagers trying to bully him. Yes, Johnny ain't afraid to kick a teenager in the face. The kid he saved saw him beat them up and wanted Johnny to teach him how to do that, so he finally gives in to the whining and starts up Cobra Kai 2.0. LaRusso, still having tension with Johnny, finds a new Cobra Kai location and begins having bad memories seep through again and decides to confront Johnny about it. It's great seeing LaRusso unravel and stoop to Johnny's level every time after thinking he grew up and moved on. It just shows how much of an effect one person can have on your life, positive or negative. 20-something years later, Johnny is still triggering Daniel, and it goes through phases like a boyfriend and girlfriend who break up and make up all the time. The heart of the show is obviously Johnny, hence
Cobra Kai.
And it is because he is a dinosaur who didn't reach his full potential and lives in a PC culture world with a 90s attitude.
Certain words perpetuate the sexist worldview that could trigger...
Quiet!
He calls everybody names and speaks before he thinks and can't figure out the internet. He's 100% himself all the time and doesn't know how to hide being an a-hole to anyone, but also has the genuine moments with his student or LaRusso that makes you like the character that much more. It makes him interesting because he's so flawed.
Where did Daniel LaRusso live?
Daniel, on the other hand, is more put together and stable, and it's a great contrast and one of the best parts of the show. LaRusso's wife is great too, with the comedic timing and being the person who kind of steers Daniel back to sanity when he loses control from Johnny always egging him on. I wish I could tell you that the kids were amazing as well, but I feel like that's actually the weaker aspect of an otherwise amazing show. No show can be perfect, right?
Wrong!
Just ask Game of Thrones.
It's true.
However, Johnny's relationship with his first student Miguel is pretty great. Johnny's like a surrogate father figure to Miguel, and the one thing that makes him a better man over time. But as the show continues, it brings more characters from the original movies into the fold in a coherent way that's not confusing and actually adds more to the show, even if you haven't watched the movies. Now let's talk about the fight scenes and the actual karate in the show. The choreography for the fight scenes can be great, depending on who's fighting. Some of the characters you can tell kind of need a little bit more practice, but Johnny and some of his best students probably are the most consistently good to watch and can tell they are good at what they do. Again, yes, it's about warring karate dojos, but the drama is what grabs you and keeps you there. It amps up the fights a bit because there's reasons behind the fighting that builds character moments and moves the story forward. I don't want to give too much of it away, but I will say this show is worth the hype, and if you are a fan of the original movies in any way, form, or fashion, you have to give it a try. If anything I said in this video raised the interest meter in your brain, watch this great scene out of context and see what you are missing.
No yoga till 5. No matter how bad you need it.
I'm actually here for karate. I saw your website. It said that there was supposed to be a session today.
I appreciate you coming in, but there are no girls in Cobra Kai.
Why not?
Same reason there aren't women in the Army. Doesn't make sense.